Maz Kanata brazenly walked up to the entrance of the Senate building. Once spotted by the guards, the building went into lockdown. They immediately surrounded Maz and brought her in for interrogation. As soon as she felt they were as close to Snoke's throne room as they were going to be, Maz discarded the troopers and headed to her destination. The throne room appeared empty, with not a sound to be heard. No guards, no Snoke. But Maz could feel something wasn't right. She thinks to herself, they could be on a break. Even supreme leaders need a snack during a long workday. Maz smiles at her own joke and says,
"You can do away with your silly illusions, Higo Damask. I am not fooled by them. Especially since you failed to hide your foul stench."
Immediately, Maz finds herself exactly where she was the last time she was in this room, surrounded and outnumbered.
"We have been looking for you for weeks, my dear. I never really expected to find you. You are far too cunning and experienced to be caught by standard stormtroopers. But now you return to me of your own accord. What game are you playing at Kanata?"
I just had some questions I needed answering. So I decided to go to the source. That would be you, Higo Damask. Or Plagueis or Snoke or whatever you are calling yourself now.
Yes. We could learn a lot from each other, you and I. Yes. Why don't you begin? Ask your questions, then I will ask mine.
Okay. How are you alive?
Curious. I thought you would want to know about my evil plan in a vain effort to find a way to stop me. Or even ask where your friend is. But you want a biography? That's just fascinating. Very well, the demise of Higo Damask came on the same night Chief Palpatine became Chancellor of the Grand Republic. My apprentice decided to advance both his careers that evening. While I slept, Darth Sidious set his ambitions upon me. Truth be told, I was proud of my apprentice. He knew there was no way to beat me face to face. So he took the power any way he could. But what Sidious didn't know was I wasn't in my body. I learned to separate my consciousness while I slept in order for my mind to study while my body rested. So I watched as he mutilated me, burning every cell with his lightning. When he was sure I was dead, he left and I went to work, using the Force to reawaken my cells, bringing my body back from death's grasp. I also had a contingency plan for this occasion. I had prepared agents to recover my body in case of my death and place it in a specialized Bacta tank in an unknown location. There, I sat for years, bringing my cells back to life with the Force and the Bacta keeping those cells alive. I was able to get my body functioning again, although I was hideously disfigured. So disfigured I was unrecognizable. Under the name Snoke I began rebuilding my influence. I started with the banking clan. Being Mun myself and still in possession of a fortune, it was fairly easy to rise in their ranks. Through business ventures in military arms, I was able to gain the respect and trust of high-ranking Imperial officers. And I had deep connections in the galaxy's underworld. By the time the first Death Star exploded, I had the ears of all the major players in the galaxy without the Sith knowing. By the time the second Death Star blew up, they were all ready to follow me. Palpatine's demise left Imperial leadership scattered. I started to collect the stragglers at first. Captains that weren't with a fleet. I gathered them around the Star Killer base that was supplying the material for the second Death Star. And I put my new fleet to work using those materials to build an armada. Soon all loyal to the Empire saw me as the only hope to reclaim power.
My question could have been answered by just saying you are immortal. How long have you been waiting to tell that story? You seem real proud of your adventures.
I was hoping to answer any follow-up questions preemptively in order to speed up these formalities. Did I? Or is there more you want to know about me?
Why did you abandon the Sith's rule of two for your Knights of Ren?
I abandoned nothing. I am still Darth Plagueis. I am still Sith. The Knights of Ren are a competition to find my next apprentice. Only one will remain, and they shall be the heir to the Sith.
Okay then. Next question. Tell me about this dark side virus.
It's not a virus, my dear. Over the years I learned to manipulate the darkest tendencies in other beings. Eventually I learned I could turn on the dark side like turning on a light switch. This chamber harnesses my power and amplifies it on a planetary scale.
But the chamber is not running. Why are the citizens of Coruscant still insane?
My power turns the dark side on. Nobody has turned it off. Now, my first question. Why did you turn yourself in?
Me? I came here as a distraction.
A distraction? From what?
The pit was getting crowded. When Finn first arrived, there were so few beings here that avoiding trouble was easy. But since the stormtroopers arrived on Coruscant, they have been flooding the pit with crazed monsters. Still, if Finn was able to create a diversion on one side of the pit, he could get a few moments of peace on the other side. This became routine in the weeks Finn had been down here. Routine until he ran into a creature he had never seen before. And most importantly, a creature that wasn't trying to kill him.
Hello, Babu Frick. How? What? Why? Maz's lightsaber. How? What? Why? I am not sure what you are saying, little guy. Sorry. This lightsaber you brought me belongs to a friend of mine and is our ticket out of this pit. Come on. Let's go find my friend and cause some damage.